got some great things going on the Bitcoin chart today, you guys, but also IRL in the real world, we've got some problems. We've got a major escalation on this storm that is on the way for Florida. If you guys are down there in Florida, please remain safe. We're going to be looking at the radars, all of the intensification of this storm today, as well as things heating up on the charts for Bitcoin. This is just the chaos theory I had, things getting worse in the real world while crypto going great. Now we're here. Thanks for the shout out on the intro music. That's Marty Party music. Welcome in, everyone. Locket Sky, Wispy, Nicole Ministata, Shake and Bake, Token Tide, Temptress, Laserface, all the good people. Crypto Breezy. I got that tag. Yeah, I don't know if that's fake. We're going to take a look at it if it is, but I wouldn't put it past her to be doing this, man. The world is going nuts, you guys. First, let's get some house cleaning done. This show brought to you by the world's best cold storage. I got to get that right. It's this way. Arculus cold storage wallets. You can click a link down in our description and you get a hold of one of the best cold storage wallets for your crypto out there. If you're not putting your crypto on your own cold storage and acting as your own bank, you're doing crypto wrong, folks. So use code BASE10 to get your hands on one of these. Got a link down in the description. I'm also trading on 2bit with the code BASEMENT. And also CoinW as well. We were doing the morning show. Josh has got some great trades in. I unfortunately had to put my stop loss in profit, stop paying attention. Didn't catch this massive upswing, but I was feeling pumpy and I knew this pump was coming. It is a great day on the crypto chart yard. Welcome in, everyone. If you can, smash the like button, share the stream out. I'm a one-band man this morning. Isaac is out sick today, and I was covering for TJ. It's a hot and hectic day here, but moving right along, we are scooting along as a channel here. We have 60,600 subscribers. Kicking on up. I want to get us to that 70K realm. I can taste 100K. I can taste it. Absolutely coming. And we're setting up for a beautiful time because guess what? The attention is not here for crypto yet. And I'm really excited to see what this channel ends up turning into, the monster we are becoming. And thank you for gifting the memberships, Token Tide, Temptress. Holy shit. Got a stick. I hit the bounce for you, man. Thank you very much. Got my Doge in here. He's hiding off camera here, but I'll be showing him. I'm joined with, of course, Jeffrey, whose head has been chopped off by High Block Capital. Now, I do want to check out High Block Capital. We've had a lot of good price movement so far this morning. Let's check it out. Bam. And I was trading a little bit of the chop here. I got stopped out in profit right about here. And holy hell, man, we have cooked up in there. So I only made like 120 bucks. Could have made a hell of a lot more, but had to take up the reins for the Discover Crypto boys and run their show for them. Josh made a great one while we were live. Thank you very much. Green Day Profits with the memberships as well. You guys are literally, you're feeding my family. You're allowing me to do this job every day in and day out for you guys. And you're humbling me every day with your support. It's absolutely incredible. Thank you very much. We got to have a blockchain basement hunting outing. I think we got to set up some sort of hunting trip or some sort of backpack excursion, in the light of all this chaos that's going on in the real world. You guys, I really feel we have the right mindset of being prepared in case things get bad. Feeding the rapey chickens. Yes, I did go to Tractor Supply and got more chicken feed. The rapey chickens, they're staying alive somehow. I think they went over to my neighbors and are drinking out of their pool or something. Obviously, they have little streams and stuff like that they get the water from. And then they eat all the bugs. I have this bug catcher. I got about a gallon of bugs that stay alive in this bug catcher and then just go in there and stick their damn heads in there and eat them. So the chickens will never die on my property. They're unkillable, just as Bitcoin is. So this is zoomed in on the 5-minute. We'll go to the 15-minute here real quick. Looking pretty juicy. Quite an upswing. It looks like it's calming back down. We're going to go over to High Block Capital, though. I want to see where the liquidation map is sitting right now because we have had some hot and heavy price action since I was on earlier this morning. Let's get this bad boy going. Switching to the old version. We do have a link for High Block Capital if you want to support the basement and use the liquidation levels along with us. You don't have to use a code or anything. You just click the link and you're in business. Let's choose this 12-hour time frame. Let's check this out. All right. So still a pretty good amount of longs to kill out liquidation wise. If we hit 63K, we do have these levels. These were what I was watching this morning, the 62.5, man. They seem so far away. Now, looks like a lot of people have hammered into shorts. Should this price action hit $64,500, we're going to see more liquidations than anything. Looks like the shorts have hammered in from this recent peak. Let's go over here to TradingView. And let's check out, this is the weekly time frame. We had the green dot printed a bit ago, about 2 to 3, maybe 4 weeks ago. Let's check out the daily, see what we're looking like right now. I'm liking what I'm seeing on the money flow. It's starting to peek its head back into the green on the daily. Excellent, excellent look. And a recent green dot here just about 2 days ago. So, goddamn. And a set of higher lows. So, not bad. Let's back this truck up. And this is the most critical moment for us to capture, is proving that we can hold $64,000 as support. We are not quite there yet, folks. Do have a little bit of work to do on this wick. That's what I'm hopeful to see for Bitcoin. No, I don't think it invalidates the whole bull market if we can't capture it within the day. But you know, it's definitely teetering on the edge. It's edging us right now, because this, I'll just move this line up right here. So this line is very historically important for us. It either acts as resistance, hard resistance, or that moment of support. You can see it multiple times on the charts here. We are right under that, and I do believe the 200 SMA is right at that level as well. So the liquidation charts showing that the upside might cause more pain than the downside for the immediate moment. Let's check out all this stuff. This dog of mine. Shout out to the dog. He's sitting here laying on the ground. This is Kelly Kellum getting mauled by my animal here. Let's turn the sound on. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, this Doge.
The update on the Bitcoin market today is that it's likely going to pump soon, and you just need to make sure that you are in position so you can do it just like this doggy. Are you ready to ride this rocket ship to the top?
Unreal. That dog, I feel like this dog runs 40 miles an hour, and he tries to chew a cord every now and again. He's a puppy-ish, so he's learning his ways. Not safe around the chickens. Definitely not safe around the chickens. He has murder in his blood running through his veins. But man, the dog was feeling bullish. Kelly's feeling bullish. I was feeling bullish. Josh feeling bullish. We're all feeling pretty good. And really the signs that the bull market is canceled are seeming to go away the more and more we go. And, you know, there's understanding. I understand why people feel so blue-balled, in essence, by the market so far. It's because of this. This is one of Bitcoin's longest periods of consolidation ever. And really looking at this, there's a lot of worry to be made. Man, have we run out of gas? We have all this excitedness going on with ETFs, and we just cannot seem to push over the edge here. I made this point on the morning stream for the DC stream. Let's go to Google Trends. And I really feel like we're total psychos, first of all, for watching this asset class right now. Let's go to Explore. I want to show you guys where the interest level is in Bitcoin, just in general. And I also had another thought about what we see in the charts, what I actually think it's going to look like from this bull market. So right here, we could see the 2017 peak was just major interest came in. Now, this is the secondary peak of 2021. A good run up, right? But not really there. And then people saw this. They're trying to draw this trend line. It's over, right? I beg to differ. I'm actually of the opinion now that we have conversations happening about a Bitcoin Federal Reserve, now that we have a conversation about potentially Elon Musk coming into the U.S. government as the Department of Governmental Efficiency, aka Doge, I think that this graph is actually going to recapture damn near the levels that we saw in interest in 2017 or even beyond. I think that the interest that's about to hammer into this market is going to be incredible. And really, I compare this peak right here in comparison to one of these little bad boys, or if you want to get crazy and really get inside of my mind here, I think that this peak that we just experienced back in March, April of 2024 is going to, in retrospect, look like this little guy right here. That little guy, you can mind that little guy. I really feel that way. We are set up, and the attention is not on crypto. The attention is on, you know, how do we pay for food? The attention is on the election. The attention is all over the place other than crypto and Bitcoin, especially altcoins right now. So I think that us setting up our bags over the next few months is going to be, in my opinion, for myself, I think that I'm creating generational wealth out of these big bags of good altcoins that I'm putting to the side and letting ride into 2025. And, I am going to be laddering out beginning of the summer 25. And I think that this market will cut a little bit shorter than the average. We had a peak here. I'll show you. So this peak right around December, November. A lot of people are thinking October, this time frame. I'm thinking maybe even September for the next blow off top. So time is of the essence when it comes to stacking these bags, you guys. Very, very, very important time frame to lock in. We did breach above this from Bitcoin Archive. We broke above $64,000 on the charts. I might be looking to put in a trade if we get a good washout, but look at the volume node we've just created. Holy good googly moogly. And we didn't have the Sunday dump out that we have been seeing quite often. Get my face out of the way so you can see. So this volume node on the 30-minute pointing its face out around $63,500. Back it up, go to the 4-hour here. The larger time frame is showing the volume node has some girthiness right here. Let's get the full view. Yeah, right here at $60,900. But right here, this is that kind of volume pocket that we just zoomed right through. And the Sunday dump did not come in to piss in our Cheerios. So we are looking pretty damn good on this. And on the 1 hour, again, looking very, very bullish. So in the short term, probably simmer down and try to get power right around the 63.5 level to get above and beyond 64 and then come back down to 64 to claim it as our support. That's what I feel like is coming for us in the shorter term. Long term, feel like we are set up for just a disgusting bull market. We have the orange one, which at large, he looks almost too big to steal this time. It looks like they stopped the steal conversation, actually might be coming true. Here's a sad story. So my son, he had Deadpool and Carnage. He had the Carnage toy. And I was like, I'm taking Deadpool to work, bro. I'm taking Deadpool to work. I wanted to take Carnage to work. He didn't let me take Carnage to work. What happened was my Cane Corso, the gigantic dog. So the gigantic dog was sleeping on the Du Bois bed. And Carnage, the action figure, fell onto Roomba, my big dog. And the big dog Roomba chewed Carnage to absolute smithereens. Absolutely destroyed the Carnage action figure. It was one of my boy's favorite ones. And now my boy has the wreckage, the carnage of Carnage's leftovers under his pillow. I went to tuck him in last night. He's sitting there lifting it up, looking at this damn action figure. Just looking so sad, man. It was so terrible to see. So, but don't feel bad for my son too much because he has probably 200 of these things. It just Carnage and Deadpool were my favorite. They were my favorite. So, sad days. Now let's keep rolling through all these stories here. We have the bonds. We have the bond yields going absolutely nuts. U.S. 10-year yield has broken above 4% with no signs of stopping. Congratulations, Jerome Powell. You'll be raising soon, just like the 1970s. Man, it is incredible to see all of the confluence coming in and just highlighting how we are truly in a stagflationary system that is coming to the end of its breaks that it needs to hit. People assume the Federal Reserve will cut rates well before the market crash like they've done for the past 40 years. However, let's go into this. During the last major inflationary cycle of the 1960s and 70s, the Federal Reserve was slow to act, only cutting rates when market crashes were almost over. This is an important thing to note. And really, we've seen 10-year bonds going absolutely nuts. They've risen by right around 4% overnight. I saw a lot of people highlighting it, a lot of people noting it, and this is just more signs of the system's wheels, the train that runs fiat currency, coming off, and then they patch it up as the train's rolling down the hill. And really the stagflationary process that we've seen from the 70s to 80s, I am warning everyone over and over again, this is stagflation that we're in right now, and the Federal Reserve is going to act in a very violent and restrictive manner come mid-2025, end of 2025, into 2026. So with that is my thesis. I am going to be stacking as much real estate, as many vehicles, as many larger real world asset goods as humanly possible from this bull market, because I do think that we have a momentary season of weakness from the Federal Reserve. Everyone's all excited. They're talking about 50 base point cuts again, all those wonderful things, right? But should we see this process continue to follow its same path, your CPI is going to go to 15, 13%, and home mortgage rates are going to go damn near 18%. And in an environment where they're $450,000 homes, not $50,000 homes, that is the death sentence for the middle and lower class. This is a very, very important time for him to pay attention. Alexander G. Isaac died. No, I'm just kidding. He's sick right now. He's homesick. I do have Jeffrey, though. Let's see if I got the shot for Jeffrey. Oh, yeah, I can't even see it. See his neck. Now his neck is 2-bit. So got Jeffrey hanging out with me there, and my Doge. You know, I will never stop. I keep rolling no matter what punches I end up taking here. I keep going. Drew, how heavy is your DAG bag? It's not massive. I got like 20,000 DAG, maybe 25,000 DAGs. Oh, thank God that's not dogs. DAGs. And DAG is like, it's a small percentage of the portfolio at large, but it is a pretty cool utility token that I want to really see, you know, if it has a potential to be put into place. It's got partnerships with some crazy institutions, and I'm interested to see where that goes. Drew, has he had his bump? No, Jeffrey has clearly not had his bump. Yeah, look at his head's cut off by 2-bit. He is dead. Now this, look at this. This is fun. Japanese yen saw its biggest weekly loss against the US dollar in 15 years. Let's check this out. Quite a candlestick right there. May as well pull up the old trading view. Where are we at here? Let's go. Let's go to trading view. Check out the JPY USD. Let's go. Because this is a very interesting, this relationship with the Japan dollar compared to the US one is what caused that massive unwinding. Let's see here. JPY, that's what it is. JPY USD. The massive unwinding that brought us down to 49K Bitcoin for a moment was largely tied to the Japanese yen carry trade unwinding situation. Now we have the Japanese yen to the US dollar. It has posted a pretty big loss. Let's do the weekly just to get a good view of this. Yeah, that's a hell of a candlestick right there. And then let's check out August. So June, July, August, right about here. So this massive candlestick is what caused that carry trade unwinding, right? So we have it reverting in the opposite direction just over the past week. This is getting a little sketchy here. And, you know, people like to arbitrage the Japanese US dollar relationship. If you get cheap Japanese dollars, invest in the Japanese stock market, essentially, with US buying power that is very lucrative. But should the Japanese Central Reserve or Federal Reserve decide to raise their interest rates and cut the party off, things can get wiggy real quick. So I'm watching this situation pretty closely. Interesting to know. This is from Bar Chart, and just something I keep in the back of my mind. That's why I'm constantly taking profits. The system is sick in its integrity. So we also have this. Charles Hoskinson driving his Black Hawk helicopter out to Asheville, North Carolina, and surrounding areas, delivering supplies and moving people. Thanks to the Cardano community for suggesting the deployment. This is Hosky in his own deployment. Pretty damn based to see. I love seeing that this guy's putting his value he's gotten out of crypto to some good use here. As you can see, Asheville has had quite a bad time. Just a massive pile of rubble. I do believe Nick is still slated to head out there. He's on call with his church mission. And we did get a chainsaw donated from the community. Elevator Man came in the clutch and donated a chainsaw for Mr. Nick to take up there. I got it ready to go for him, and he's pretty excited and very thankful for you guys, the community, for donating that because it's up to us. It is up to us as people to hoist each other up. Everyone's sitting here pandering, wishing that the federal government would just swoop in with a bunch of money. I'm not of the opinion, but there are problems with where FEMA's focus has been monetarily. So I wanted to highlight this. And I know, you know, and I have nothing against, if you want to be gay, great, be gay. Okay, I'm from Colorado. We believe in protecting your marijuana plants and your gay wedding with firearms. I don't have a problem with people being gay. It's when you push it onto the kids or you demand special treatment for being so and being chosen over others just because you're gay. That is a super weird thing to do. Now, this from End Wokeness, FEMA disaster preparedness meeting. Let's have a listen to them and just see what they have to say here, because the proof is in the pudding. This is FEMA Director Tyler Atkins. He's a he, they. Let's see what he has to say.
Sparked a few things in my mind, thinking about preparedness and how you said, LGBTQIA people and people who have been disadvantaged already are struggling. They already have their own things to deal with. So you add a disaster on top of that, it's just compounding on itself. And I think that is maybe the why we're having these discussions, because it isn't being talked about. It isn't being socialized. We're not paying attention to this community. Thank you so much. Maggie.
Thank you. There are a couple of things that are intersecting in my mind here. One of them is the culture of emergency management as an organization, as an industry in the United States specifically, not abroad. This has, and my cat sometimes does this, she gets really loud suddenly, so you'll have to just allow for the little meowing in the background. The shift that we're seeing right now is a shift in emergency management from utilitarian principles where everything is designed for the greatest good for the greatest amount of people to disaster equity. But we have
hold on.
Designed for the greatest good for the greatest amount of people to disaster equity. But we have to do more, right?
So they no longer focus on the greatest good for the greatest amount of people. Rather, it's a focus on disaster equity. Really? Focusing in resources for, 1% of the population, while the other 99% are sitting there under rubble, in water, but you have to focus and make it some weird push for disaster equity. This is the apocalypse I did not sign up for. And really, it is very discouraging to hear that people are like, oh, that kind of makes sense. This system has psyoped people into almost accepting this kind of approach where it's not the greatest good for the greatest amount of people that need help in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina. It is absolutely built into a system that has no longer a care for the average person. No, it's about hoisting up and highlighting this minute group of people into being the first people in line to receive care or goods. This is absolute insanity. And honestly, everyone's like, well, come on, Drew, it's a nuanced conversation. Honestly, I don't have that view. I think this is treason. So with that being said, things are about to get a little bit crazier. In Florida, we have this, just to highlight, Elon Musk out here calling all the idiots out. This is from Secretary Pete Buttigieg. No one is shutting down the airspace. The FAA doesn't block legitimate rescue and recovery flights. If you're encountering a problem, give me a call. And here's Elon Musk. There are hundreds of reports of FEMA, FAA blocking flights. This has literally just happened. I will follow you. Please DM me your number to call. Still waiting. The helicopter is trying to land to deliver critical supplies. What's the number to call? Thanks for helping simplify the FAA NOTAM. Support flights are now underway. Much appreciated. Thanks for the call. Hopefully we can resolve this soon. So he literally had to be some rich philanthropist billionaire to get the attention of Booty Juice. Booty Juice out here claiming, no, we're not blocking anything. You guys are lying. There's nothing to see here, folks. Just move along and let this go past your short little attention span so that you won't remember that the federal government is literally stopping your average person from helping their other average people in disasters. This is absolute insanity, and it must be called out not only by philanthropist billionaires that have all this clout and all this pull like Elon Musk does. Everyone needs to be out there being loud about this. This is not okay. This is not okay to see. And we have pretty bad reports coming about what's coming to Florida. And this is just a reminder on what Florida already looks like. This is the Florida West Coast here. People driving by, seeing the decimation that's already hit the West Coast at the moment. Now, when Milton gets into town. All of this debris and all of this chaos is going to be flying around much looser. It's going to be essentially like a shoddy full of shrapnel, basically. It's a very bad situation for a storm system like what we're seeing with Milton, which is now being reported to have developed into a Category 5 storm. This thing has increased in velocity in a huge way in a very short amount of time. It's from Matthew Capricci. Milton is now a Category 4 hurricane. This is a few hours ago. Now it's a 5. Unbelievable rapid intensification of 65 miles an hour in just 11 hours. Now that speed is even more. Look at the enveloped eye wall, lightning signature. His pressure has dropped 32 millibars in 4 hours, vacuuming up 1% of the air over the hour. This is absolutely crazy. We had some updates from AccuWeather. If you are crazy like me and you want to see the actual radars, AccuWeather, I use this website all the time. Extreme impacts are being looked at. Milton becomes a Category 5 hurricane barreling ashore near Tampa Bay about midweek. So state of emergency has been declared for Florida ahead of Milton, which forecast to plow into the Western Peninsula on Wednesday as a major hurricane, packing up wind gusts of 140 miles an hour and a 20-foot storm surge. That is a whole hell of a lot of water. Not good at all. Not good. So we have just days after Hurricane Helene impacted the area in a devastating way. Obviously, another significant tropical threat coming and lurking from the Gulf of Mexico. Experts are warning that Hurricane Milton will gain even more strength before plowing ashore west central Florida peninsula later this week. Impacts ranging from a devastating storm surge to major flooding from rain, damaging wind gusts, pounding the surf, and tornadoes are expected in Florida as Milton moves through during the middle of the week. Because of the risk, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has indeed declared a state of emergency and is urging that preparations to protect life and property should begin immediately. Now, here's kind of the time frames we're looking at on impact here. Looks like it's making landfall 8 p.m. Wednesday. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday is when this crazy thing is going to be hitting Florida. And it's just, I don't ever remember seeing a hurricane coming from west to east like this. Let me know in the chat if I'm nuts. I don't remember ever seeing anything like this. And, many people are talking about, yes, it's unusual. It's transitioned in 24 hours from 65 miles an hour tropical storm to now on Sunday morning hit 155 miles per hour, Category 4 at 10 a.m., now being listed as a Category 5 at 160 miles an hour. And we have a forecast to maintain a 4 to 5 intensity over the south central eastern Gulf of Mexico before making landfall late Wednesday along with the west coast Florida peninsula. This is absolutely insane. And we're out here gathering all this money and all this valuables on the cryptocurrency side, but me having the approach that I have, I never have a problem taking profits and buying generators, buying stored goods. I'm DCAing into 308 ammo right now. That is my focus. I have a good amount of freeze-dried goods, and at large, the baseline that I like to operate off of is having 4 to 6 months in freeze-dried goods that have a very long shelf life to them. And then on top of that, another 3 to 6 months in dried goods. This is dry beans, rice, flour, sugar, lots of salt, a lot of dry goods that can last a long time in sealed totes. Those are the things I like to have, basically a stagnation where, not stagnation, I basically have them stagnated. So where it's like, let's say the whole kit and caboodle goes up and we are in SHTF for real. I like to have, obviously my pantry will last about a month, maybe 2 months. And then after that is the dried goods. And those should last 4 to 6 months from what I have together so far. And then after that is another 4 to 6 months worth of freeze-dried food. That's enough for my entire family. And this is a lot of food I'm talking about because I got a 6-person family. Yes, the kids are small, but it's a massive, massive family. And through the years of doing preparedness and doing this, I've found that buying food that people actually will eat helps greatly, because at times you'll buy, let's say you buy a ton of oats and nobody eats oats, right? Nobody eats oats unless they got good honey. So then a good amount of honey. Honey lasts for a very, very long time. And really anyone that is underprepared right now, I really, really implore people out there, if you're just really seeing this happen to the United States, seeing the lackluster response from the federal government, now this conversation is on the back of normies' minds. And when they're approaching you and they say, hey, you're that preparedness guy that I'm just going to come and take all your shit and you're going to take care of me like a little baby when it happens. No, you implore them now while Walmart's open, while all these stores are open, to take it just $100. Just take $100 and go to Walmart and get a bag of rice and a bag of beans for yourself, so that you don't come to my front door asking me to take food out of my children's mouths to feed yourself. It's as serious as that. Like, we're in a system where things are, the store's open. We have all the opportunity out there. Instead of going and wasting a bunch of money on toilet paper, figure out which plants you can utilize as toilet paper. Indian toilet paper is a real thing. And implore them to please take a little bit of responsibility for themselves. Yes, cameras in trees. Once you go down the road, now my cameras have, my trees have cameras. You get into creating your own soil. I got 3 different gardens that I harvested this weekend. Again, I've consistently harvested these things, and it's been pretty amazing. And the chickens overproducing. Now I have an abundance of eggs. Now I have an abundance of chickens. Now I have random animals running around my woods, and it also attracts deer. So now I have a good deer population. Drew has an army of rapey chickens. Wow, token tied. But yes, please, it's so simple. Like, the rice and the beans are available now. And if someone comes to me demanding that I'm taking food out of my family's mouths to feed them, it's going to be a hard conversation. And I am a hardened person when it comes to taking care of my family and making sure that the kids are fed. Okay, I'm going to literally starve myself before my kids go unfed. What do you think that I would have to do if a crazed neighbor that didn't decide to listen to anyone around them for years on end about how the world is literally going into hell in a handbasket, go to the store and just get a little bit of goods for themselves? And all we're asking is for you to have enough food to give me enough time to go kill a deer for everyone, right? It's not about you need to consistently provide. Like, I can show people how to go do those things with me, but I need enough time to go capture a deer for everyone. So please, for the love of God, this system, it works. Your little grocery stores, they're open right now. Things can change quick. Things can change really quick, be it a natural disaster, be it an uprising after the selection process, be it a energy grid outage, be it a October the 7th re-rendition of what happened from Hamas to Israel, because there's a lot of warnings about that. And I am going to be covering that in a minute. We'll get through this hurricane stuff. Hurricane Milton, Cat 5 soon. This guy is a great resource. If you guys, he's live with a whole team of storm chasers. He donates a ton of money to good relief funds for hurricane victims. This guy is an absolute badass. So I highly, highly recommend, if you're interested in keeping up with what's going on with the weather, Brian Hall, y'all, is a great resource to do so. And he called this thing out before all the other big publications did. That's how I knew this was getting upgraded. And here he is watching out for this to hit. And he has the same time frames. This center west side of Florida, it does look like is going to receive the brunt of the action there. Occasionally I do canning, but really, I'm not a huge canner, because my thing with canning is it weighs a lot. And yeah, bags of rice and beans, they also weigh a lot, but glass cans, shake them around a bit. You have to take your trailer off road a little bit. You have to do a little bit of things that you don't normally do where the road's not necessarily paved. I've seen those canned goods. My pops is huge into canning. I mean, he has a basement full of canned goods. But the bottles break pretty easily. So I like things that are in soft-sided containers that are sealed. They can take that hit and keep on moving. And I am buying a beehive, actually. That's a good call. I am picking up a beehive here pretty soon. Pretty excited about that, actually. And they take up a shitload of space. You can stack. I mean, there's so many different things. But, and then MREs are fine if, they have a heating element to them. But I really, really love freeze-dried food. Freeze-dried food, you just add a little bit of water to it. It reconstitutes it. Gravity-fed water filtration systems so that you don't need energy to filter out the water. Berkey water filters are the best. Honestly, like if you're just thinking about this stuff, water is the first and foremost thing that I recommend people look at. I use crypto profits to prepare for stuff, Chewy. So you're going to have to bear with me here. But Berkey water filters, this is a great starter. And honestly, it's great water for your family. So you got to think about that. And yeah, I mean, MREs, they're not the greatest flavor. So now we have this. We also have to prepare that's a good segue, Chewy. We have to prepare for the possibility of Robinhood putting Mr. Gensler in charge of Robinhood. Holy shit. Chief Legal Officer Dan Gallagher favored to replace Gensler as the SEC chair. This is pretty crazy. So the lead of Robinhood, the CLO of Robinhood, slated to replace Gary Gensler as SEC chair if Trump is elected. But the preparedness side of me is that if the hyena takes this role, I would not think it out of question for her to spit in the face of crypto holders at large once she's in office. Because, of course, she's pandering to crypto people right now. Like, I'll take crypto donations. No problem. I'm cool, bros, right? She wants the votes. But if the hyena does get into office, I won't be surprised to see Gensler take the lead of the Treasury as secretary. And with that, a lot of bad shit. A lot of bad shit. Yeah, this is more prepper. And honestly, I'm heavily prepper. I'm definitely a prepper. And I do prepare financially with crypto, but I'm out there buying generators, 308 rounds, you name it. There is no changing me. I am what I am. I don't think I'm ever going to change. So we saw this. Not to be. I got to read. I got to see if this is real. Captain runs aground. I want to see if Navy ship aground. I want to see if this is for real, because this is, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Oh my God. Royal NZ Navy ships HMNZS Manawani sank this morning after running aground on a reef near a southern coast of Upolu, Samoa. Last night, catching fire, $100 million down the drain. Great job, Jan. Really great job. You really nailed it this time. Holy shit. While we have all this craziness going on in the U.S., Saudi Arabia is getting ready to sign on a $1.9 billion contract to build the Jeddah Tower, which will be the world's tallest building. This tower is expected to be 1,000 meters large. Let's check this thing out. Large and in charge. Holy God. What an undertaking this would be. I do wonder if women would be allowed inside. But it looks like Saudi Arabia looking to flex on the world with the newest, largest tower on the world. Interesting stuff to see. Now this, in ATL, the train system broke down. And this, honestly, Dagnum is highlighting it. Dagnum, he's heavy into, Constellation DAG and the importance for cybersecurity to be implemented through blockchain technology. And that's where the DAG token came to my mind. That's where upgrading the infrastructure of what we're currently dealing with can actually benefit greatly from crypto, blockchain technology being used to fix it. We have trains down at the ATL airport. Pretty crazy. Looks hella cramped. Wouldn't want to be there. And let me know if you guys are planning to travel. That looks absolutely nuts. Now this, we're getting close to the election season. That shit 100% sank. That is so fucked up. All right. This is from Veteran Crypto. Dude put a board under his board with nails under his Trump sign. Let's check this out, because this guy was just unhinged. Let's check this out.
This is going to be great. This is going to be great.
This is so ridiculous. You realize that, right?
No, it's not. Fuck Trump.
No.
That's what I said.
I know, but I hate Trump too, Chad.
Chad.
You don't see me out here destroying property. It's probably illegal.
You know what's a fucking crime? To have a fucking Trump dance sign.
Oh my God.
In the main line.
His wife is so disappointed with him right now.
I believe you said that. What is wrong with you?
Oh, what is that? Oh my God.
What's that?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's just great.
I love the mask.
What happened?
Oh my God! Ah!
What?
These fucking people! They're fucking assholes!
Aren't you the asshole for running over?
To work. Don't tell me you got a flat.
Look what they did!
Oh, goodness.
Fucking asshole!
Oh my God. I mean, this guy is so unhinged. Can this possibly be real? I know living in Boulder, I've seen unhinged leftists do this. So, this guy, oh my God. I wonder how real that is, but you never know. You never know. But I know that it happens. And it's actually a pretty good idea, honestly, because I've always wondered about that. Putting under little spike strips on my stuff. I might do it, but honestly, there's no point. Oh God, we're getting attacked. Hold on, I got to put the chat in slow mode. I'm getting attacked right now. Live. Getting attacked live. I'm going to go into this. Jesus, and mods, help me block all these things. We're getting attacked by some freaking meme coin. This meme coin sucks ass. You can kiss my ass. And their tactics, garbage. Let's see here. Slow mode, customization. Let's see here. Slow mode. All right. So, okay. Doing this. 30 seconds. All right. That should alleviate it. And then I'll do some other things here. Participant mode, subscribers. I'm going to do just OG subscribers. We're going to do just OG subscribers. There we go. Kiss my ass, whatever the hell you are. Yeah, I'm not even going to say the name. And that's aggravating to see, because we're not even in the hype part of the cycle, and already you see the DDoS attack from these idiotic coins that are going to go to zero, and all of the brand new names that this whatever scam group is creating. They create a bunch of new accounts that go after people, unsuspecting people. What up, Meanless? Good to see you, bro. God. Rusty, really? Yeah, that was crazy. So let's keep moving here. We got a little bit of crypto chaos, a little bit of Hamlet chaos. I'm not even gonna this flat earther stuff. I just can't even deal with right now. I can't even deal with this. So this is an ex-CIA op by the name, I can't remember. I think her name was Super. Let's see here. I found her name in here. Worked for the CIA. She's ex-CIA. Post Benghazi investigation. Super bad. First name Sarah. And I've seen a lot of info that she's been dropping. Do not fade what this woman is saying, you guys. I know a lot of people are going to be like, there's no way this is going to happen. Just please don't get caught with your pants down here.
Back to the interesting point. You said that you guys think that they've sent at least 15. Al-Qaeda alone has sent at least 1,500 people here in the United States.
Correct.
What do they plan on doing with them?
They have a 2025 multi-coordinated, multi-city plot to avenge the death of Osama bin Laden.
Okay, so I've watched you on podcasts. I've never heard that. Could you explain that more?
We're going to put a report on Monday, but essentially Al-Qaeda is actually who helped plan the Hamas attacks. The Hamas attacks is a dress rehearsal. So the Hamas attacks is the practice attack, and then the big attack is going to be in the United States and then in 4 countries in Europe.
Okay. You guys want to go home and load magazines?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm thinking.
I hope a lot of people come into your shop and stock up. It would be smart.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
What's the time frame?
All we know is that the attack was planned for 2025.
Jesus. So, this being said, you guys remember, if you're an OG to the channel, I had Michael Yon on the show. Very respected, one of the most respectable war correspondents of our age. And he was warning about this exact same scenario. For quite some time, everyone's like, oh, no, that's not going to happen. Stop being idiots. Stop warning about stuff. Yeah, I highly recommend Sean Ryan's podcast as well. Incredible information. And also, some cop buddies that I got have given me the scoop on honestly, their terrorist cells that they're finding in Denver. And it is under our nose. It is there. These organizations are patient, and more Americans are asleep. So, yeah, we're here making money on crypto, and yes, things are good. But with that just keep your head on a swivel as we go into 2025. The market is going to be hot. We're going to be seeing, and Meanless coming on the show. If we hit 124K, sure. Why not Meanless? But with that, there is the chaos to come with the hyperpolarization of the country, with all of these compounding factors of inflation, disenfranchised people on both sides of the political spectrum that will be coming to a boil head on top of the third world championship, which in my opinion will sadly spill over into this country in a very tangible way. So with that, I do hope that everyone sees the writing on the wall and acts accordingly. In my opinion, the most valuable thing that I can put together for myself and my family is food producing land. Food producing land. Food is power. Clean water, food, and a way to protect those things. You are ungovernable. So please, with this time frame, things are going great in crypto. Let's check out where crypto's at. And here, I'll start it off with this. This is the deep pick of the week or two here, guys. Live peer, Barry Silbert's out here shilling this thing. I think that it's at a $500 million right now. Not going to be surprised to see this one come out of left field as an AI play. It's lumped into the Tau AI bag that Grayscale is pushing to its institutional investors, and that one is well under the radar. That's the crypto alpha. Real quick, coming at you here. First, Nero on Ethereum up 48%. Cat in a dog's world. Sui trying to go into price discovery. Let's check out Sui here. Me and Johnny were on the test net for this thing. Man, they grow up quick. Holy God. Let's go to the all-time here. Released at $1.40. Big insider sell-off. Found the floor at around 40 cents. The Japanese yen carry trade situation only was able to bring this thing down to right about 50 cents. So actually some higher lows on that, regardless of the massive macro unwinding that we did see. An extreme sign of health for an altcoin, especially. Drew, producing food is good, but have you ever considered producing more music and saving the world that way? Man, I found a drummer. A very good drummer, actually. God, I am really excited about that. I found a good drummer. I'm seeing if Isaac can hold it down. I want Isaac to prove it on his chops. He needs a bigger amp. Definitely needs a bigger amp. And I'm gonna get Isaac in there in the studio, see if he can throw down. But this drummer I found crushes it. So you're reading my mind a little bit there. Rusty Pot. That's meanless. It is meanless. Don't be mistaken. And I will not ban you. This is a free country. Meanless. It's a free country. All right. Let's see here. So what do we got here? We have even more warnings about what I'm talking about on the sleeper cells, you guys. This is from the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security. Echoing concerns, but there are concerns about today, particularly with these releases, worrying about the October 7th anniversary. Myself, I'm not worried about today. I am worried about a time frame in 2025 when those resources are put together. Love you too, buddy. Love you too. So I want to know how many of you guys scored, because I scored pretty good on this. This is the FBI terror symbols guide. So they're sitting here warning us about actual terrorism that's slated to happen. But here's what the shill has been on who we should really be concerned about, right? These are the dangerous groups. We got the Bougie Boys. We got they're calling this a danger group, and it's used by 3%ers. Oh my God, and Moan Labe, etc. 2A, electrical resistance symbol. I have never seen this one, honestly. I mean, it's the 3. You got the little 3%. It's all 3%er stuff. Don't tread on me. I mean, this is everywhere. This is all over the place where I live. This has got to be a gimme for many of you. Revolutionary War imagery. Just anything that highlights the Revolutionary War, that's a danger symbol. The Betsy Ross flag. That's a danger symbol. The Liberty Tree. So dangerous, right? Our history is so dangerous to this organization. The black flag, used white or all black American flag used by some to indicate no quarter shall be given. It shall not. Mon Labe, come and take it. This thing's everywhere in my town too. You know me, my 3-1st. I'm all over this. I got this shit all over the place. And anarcho-capitalism. So I scored a 5 out of 12. Let me know in the chat how many of these bad boys you scored as far as your insignia. you're rocking here. But I scored pretty good on this one. So shout out to the feds. Now we hear veteran taking shots at me. All right, first of all, because I scored worse than I thought I would on this. He scored a 3 or 4. The least attractive male hobbies: playing video games, collecting figurines, crypto, online trolling, and gambling. I guess I'm actually worse than I thought, because I collected some of the I got freaking Deadpool right here. And I've got my eyes on getting his Venom, so that doesn't get eaten too. But I guess in a way, I'm collecting figurines right now. So there's 1. Crypto, obviously, I'm a heavy crypto nerd, so there's 2. Online trolling, guilty as charged, there's 3. And gambling. All right, 50x leverage, as C90FTW called out. That could, we're in a sideways-ish market, but 50x leverage on anything, 20x, 50x, you name it. That, in essence, it's a little bit of a gamble. And speaking of which, when can I put in my next? Damn it, it's not giving up. 63.6 still just sitting here. This is a hot and heavy candle it had. Now it's sitting here trying to prove 66.5 as that new proven point. Maybe I'll wait to see if we can coil up a little bit before I put my next trade in. But honestly, not looking great. Thankfully, I already have a wonderful, amazing, beautiful wife. Somehow finds me attractive, even with all these hobbies. And you know what? I'm not too far away from the video games one. I'm just too busy to do it. If you're a veteran, you're a threat. That's, and really, we are at a time frame where we need to acknowledge what's going on in the world, and maybe start, if you're in northwestern Georgia, let me know, because I think it's time that folks start talking logistics with each other. I think it's time that folks start just conversating. What would the logistics look like if we need to help our neighbors in a massive disaster situation like that? I think that the time frame of what we're seeing, there is a lot of validity to those conversations starting to happen right now. And yes, pray for Florida if you believe. I do believe. I don't just believe, I know God exists, but I leave room in my heart for the non-believers to find him in their own way, because I'm just that way. So we have not good things on BitGet's chart here. It's from Marty Party. BitGet Global Exchange Token, BGB, crashed by 50%, dropping to 56 cents before starting to recover. I do believe we've seen a recovery since then, but we got to check on this. No, I know a lot of people that use this site. Now it's over. It's at $1.08 now. Not a great sign of health. Another great reason why, for the love of God, please keep your crypto off exchanges. Please keep your crypto off exchanges. I'm not trusting this with a 10-foot pole. Not trusting this with a 10-foot pole. Yeah, Adam Bombetti. Every veteran rocks at least 5 of those insignias, right? They're trying to villainize the people that protect this country and that put their lives on the line. It's so insane. It's so insane. And if you're not even, I didn't serve. I just spent time as a contractor during the Summer of Love. I had some violent confrontations. I learned a lot. And got a lot of training from really great sources. You can source out those things, and you don't get that hardcore experience that our veterans had to experience over in Iraq or Afghanistan by any stretch of the imagination. But understanding how your body responds when it's covered in sweat, when you're getting your ass kicked, if you can actually get your stuff out, if you can get up and ready, if you know when to and when to not engage, those are all things that we can take upon ourselves. So please, for the love of God, the situation out there is looking dire. Now, this is from Crypto Stevo. I'll just read this. He's just, in all fairness, Crypto Stevo is a Solani maxi, but I love the guy here. Morning, crypto friends. Cannot stress this enough. Over the next several months, millions of noobs will be entering the crypto market for the first time. A large percentage of the noobs will be investors and serious traders from TradFi markets. The vast majority of these people use the website nearly every damn day. This is Market Watch, and he is pretty damn correct in that. Most of them will put their money in Bitcoin for obvious reasons, but what else will they likely invest in when they see Solana outperforming other coins? Damn near every day, Solana will be their second investment. People that are discounting Solana are going to be sadly mistaken. Solana is an absolute behemoth, and a lot of the normies are going to come here and they're going to see this short list of coins and they're going to be interested. Now, it's up to us to do our own research and to talk about the inside baseball that goes on with coins like this. XRP, the 80% of supply held by Ripple, dumped on them every single month. Cardano, great tech. Price hasn't moved. Price has not moved. But it is up to us to talk about the realities of the situation. And Solana, I don't think is going to flip Ethereum, but I do think Ethereum is going to have a little bit more of a stunted bull market. I'm looking for $8,000 to $10,000 per token on Ethereum. Solana, I'm looking up in the $1,000 range. In the $1,000 range or near it for Solana, this bull market cycle, we are set up for an absolutely beautiful upswing for the market at large, and Solana is going to be a big part of that. Now, this from Crypto Breezy, gotcha. Harris has been caught cheating in the election. All students at Arizona College received text messages telling them to register to vote and to vote for Kamala Harris. Illegal and breach of student privacy. Interesting take here. Because we all know if we're not students, they're just hammering us from every side. Please tell me someone made this up and this is a lie. I don't think that this is a lie. Interesting approach here, highlighting how it's targeting students who have the student privacy. I didn't skip Cardano. I'm just kind of worried about Cardano, Wispy. I'm like, let's go to Cardano. Because I'm of the opinion, like, I'm not getting it unless it's in the 20-cent range just for upside potential, because at large, I'm feeling like $3. Sure, we could capture that. But I'm looking for really, really good horses in this race. And with that, we're talking, I look at Solana ecosystem. I picked up some drift here this weekend. It was like 50 some odd cents. I think it was like 53 cents. Hasn't really taken off again yet, but drift is a new DEX, and it's essentially plugged in. It's like Polymarket, where you can have betting on news events, the election, all that crazy stuff, which did just get the green light from the United States. So I'm feeling good about this. 24-cent entry on, damn. Did you catch that right there? God damn. Gaddafi. Holy shit. Holding ADA is stressful and it's annoying, and I understand that. And really, I think that it'll hit the $3 level from where it's at right now, but I want my bag to be looking at a 20 some odd cent entry point for Cardano. So that's just where I am. Another one is Jupiter that I've been feeling pretty good about. I only get this one in the 70-cent range. It's another newer project that is a good way to swap out tokens, very user-friendly on the Solana ecosystem. And I think Jupiter is going to be looking pretty damn good this bull market cycle. Now let's go back here. Check out the other big gainers. Look at how fast Bitenter Tau grows up. I don't know who remembers. I was catching shit for calling this thing out at $50. Now it's like 628. It's broken out of its damn range. The most recent call I gave for back of the truck moment was $160. We are well off to the races now on this thing. Being chilled by Barry Silbert at Grayscale. Holy God. I mean, this thing is taking off. And honestly, Bitenter Tau's trajectory, the use case of it, the institutions that are pushing it, I'm not going to be surprised to see this thing breach into the thousands. Honestly, not at all. And let's do some Bitenter Tau look-see here. Let's go to Coin Perspective. Just to put things in perspective, what to expect out of this thing. Go to Tau. Bam. Oh, geez. What's this? L? There we go. So, get out of my face. Where are we at right now? We are at a $4.6 billion market cap. At large, I feel like we're definitely going to have a supply increase. We got to cook this one up. Be generous on the supply increase. We're talking about 6 months from now. So this is probably over adjusting for that, but I like to play it safe. And let's say, I'm feeling like really like 30 bill tangible, $2,500 a token. And if it goes absolutely nuts and we see just this AI explosion playing around the 65 grand, so Bitenter Tau, yeah, I feel like there's upside. But right now it's just a painful situation for me because calling it at $50, now it's fucking 600 and some odd dollars. I always wait for nasty pullbacks. Then when the pullbacks come, you know what I did this market? I bought more Aerodrome. And I'm not sorry for that because Aerodrome has been going wonderful. Let's see if we're breaking out of our resistance level. The resistance I was looking at, $1.25. Damn it, still right there. But back up the trucks moment as of recently, we're at 50 cents on Aerodrome, original buy at 18 cents. Now we're sitting here banging our heads against this resistance level right at about $1.25. Time will tell. If we see more upside and even a juicier week in store for Bitcoin, I think we could crack over that 125 and be off to the races for Aerodrome. And here's the lesson, quick lesson, take profits. So Aerodrome, as bullish as I am and continue to be on it, when it was in the $2 range, I take effing profits. I was like, okay, I put in for 18 cents a token. Now that's a $2 per token price. And I took a lot of profits out of it. And I'm not sorry. And now its price has been reset. And I was able to pad out the bags and make them even larger at the 50 cent level because I have even more conviction in it. And I'm feeling really damn good about it. Let's see here. Camino. I've heard good things about Camino. Camino is very and Drift. Also, I think it's on Blowfin. It's on Coinbase. Yeah. I think Drift you can get access to in a lot of different spots, but Near is another one. Let's check out Near. Let's see what Near is doing here. 8% on the day. Not bad. Sitting here tickling $6 again. Let's see here. Top here at 580. Not too terribly far from that top. Double bottom moment here. A lot of the good altcoins are going to be showing double bottoms here, and they're going to be at a higher reset price than the initial pump two that you experienced at the beginning of the year. So this is something just in general that I use as a rule of thumb to see a token's price trajectory at large. Still feeling very good. Still have a small bag of ICP. You know, I shaved off a lot of cream off the top of ICP. I kind of feel tempted at these price levels to pad out the bags again here. And again, this is the type of, here, I'll get this out of the way. This is the type of action I like to see. Well above the price reset, well above the initial pump two moment. And yes, I missed $3 ICP. Of course I do. But seeing multiple attempts to break down below it at about $7, now we're sitting here just playing around in this range, about $8.40. Feeling good about it. Link, not worried about by a damn stretch of the imagination. Sitting here at 1140. So feel like we're still in a good time frame. And this is why I'll just go to memory lane here. Because we've had a lot of fudders trying to say the bull market's canceled. If you are a full year person such as myself, in retrospect, this is the same rough time frame right here that we are in our current day and age. If you're accounting on where we're at in the 4-year cycle. So that is why I feel damn good buying all my altcoin bags all the way up until, honestly, right about the election. Look what happens November 3rd. Look at that. This is what happens essentially every 4 years. And with that, you have the Bitcoin dominance falling off of a cliff. Let's go to BTC.D. Bam. Giving a little bit up on the, this is the minute. Let's go to the weekly. Way too zoomed in. I only use the weekly for Bitcoin dominance. Chaos, I say. Let's see here. So right here, I mean, we're going up, but I don't know if we're going to hit 60% dominance. It's hitting its head on this previous kind of resistance point shelf. But essentially, the given time frame, and this is where the hyper math comes in, is you had the second halving and then 231 days exactly till dominance for Bitcoin fell off a cliff. Altcoins have a great time. Third halving, same thing, 231 days to the peak of this bad boy. Boom, falls off a cliff. Altcoins have even more fun. And back then, we're talking Solana was a couple bucks. You know, we're talking Cardano was a few cents. And then wham, altcoins have a great time. Currently, right now, we got about until the end of November, beginning of December, before historically this Bitcoin dominance once again gives up its health on a shelf and rolls over. And it looks like, honestly, it's starting to kind of round out right now. So we're looking good. Everything is going according to plan. It's just a lot of people got spoiled with hitting all-time highs for Bitcoin before the halving even happened. It just shows me that we're in a hyper-aggressive, amazing cycle to be a part of. And seeing these political pundits argue for our attention, seeing nation states arguing over hash power now in a what I've been calling the new digital frontier. This is the new Deal where China and America are going to race to the top in terms of data center throughput capability because they want to replace everyone's jobs with AI. They took our jobs. So with that being said, I hope that all of you are locked in. And if you're in Florida, please stay safe and take advice. If there are evacuation orders, things are about to get real ugly in Florida. So please take the situation seriously. I love every single one of you out there. KJAM, I'm feeling Jupiter over Radium. I really am. XRP Rails, Fade and Shradfi, Charlatan Parody Man, Jay's World, Seth Shepard, Diesel, Alden, all the people that joined me on today's show. Thank you very much for joining me on this episode. This is why it pays to take profits, put them into Homestead, put them into generators, you guys. Be prepared for the world. It is getting crazy out there. And with that being said, I will see you tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have some better news about the world at large. But I don't know. It's getting crazy. I love you guys. Take care.